Hello, thank you so much for taking the time to perform this annotation task for dermatology images. This video is a quick overview of the way you can navigate the website that has been created for performing these annotation tasks. So when you go to the link provided, you will be taken to this welcome page where you need to enter your name or preferably an alias in order to access the web app. And since we can store your annotations and load them accurately the next time you sign in, please use the same name for future sessions that you do in the first session. So I will enter my name and click start. And this will take you to the task page where there are two tasks for realism detection and reconstruction. So the realism detection task is where you need to identify the images from a panel where you think they look AI generated. There are 10 subsets of these images, and each subset contains around 40 dermoscopic images. So when you go into the task, this is how the task page will look like. There are 10 subsets, and the task description should tell you exactly what you need to do in order to perform this task. So when you click on a particular subset, this is how the images will be laid out. And you can basically click on any image that you think is AI generated and it will be selected. You can click again to deselect. There are a few notes that we have provided for some caveats that you might experience or some guidelines for performing this task. So please go through them before starting the task. When you hover over the image, there are two icons that show up. One is the magnifying glass icon, which is for zooming in to the image. And the second one is the note-taking icon, which is for adding anything interesting or something different that you find when you are doing this annotation task. So if you look at an AI generated image and you think that there is something interesting, you can add a note here, and that will help us to understand why that image was considered to be AI generated. There are also some buttons which are provided here for navigation. The next subset button will take you to the next subset. And when you finish annotating a particular subset, please click the submit subset button so that it will save it to the backend. You can click this button to go back to the subsets, and then you can click this button on top to go back to the tasks. The second task is the reconstruction task, where you need to compare real and generated dermoscopic image pairs and kind of rate how well the reconstructions look to the real images. There are again 4 subsets in this, and each of the subsets has 100 images. So when you go to the task page, this is how it will look like. When you click on a subset, this is how the UI looks like. And again, the question comes with certain notes which you can go through in order to provide you with some guidance on how to score these images. So there are 2 things that you need to score in this case. One is the lesion and one is the background, from a score of 0 to 3. There are again some navigation buttons that we have provided here. So one is the next and the previous. To go to the next and the previous image pair, you can also use the arrow keys. The other one is the jump to button, where you can put in any number of image that you want to go to, and when you press the go button, it will take you directly to that image. And there is an images remaining button which will tell you which of the images are still to be annotated in this particular subset, and clicking on one of them will take you directly to that image as well. Again, there is a submit subset button which you can click when you're done with that subset. Also, there is a log button provided for each image pair. So when you are done with a particular image pair scoring, you can press the log button in order to log that item, and it will tell you on top how many images have been annotated so far. The other thing that we provide is some representative examples which can be accessed through the See Examples button. And here we show some examples for a lesion score of 3 to 1 and 0, and similarly for a background score of 3 to 1 and 0. So these images have been scored accordingly, and they are to be used as a reference when you are performing this task in order for you to calibrate to what are the kind of expectations of particular scores for both lesion and background. So you can access this particular example button at any point in order to kind of see these reference set of images. Then there is this logout button, which you can click at any time to log out and go back to the welcome page. Then you can enter the name again and click start to go back to the task page. That is all that we wanted to cover. And thank you so much once again for performing this annotation task. And if you have any questions about the UI or about the tasks, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.